Have you ever wanted volume on these underneath layers? Not necessarily curled hair. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Have you done it with a deep waver? I'm gonna show you how. I'm actually gonna do just the base for volume on this side. And then on this side, I'm gonna show you how you can alternate deep waves and curls to get a real pretty beachy kind of look. Make sure you have used your heat protectant on your hair. On this bottom section, because you'll be able to, you know, see the waves in the front, and on this side, I'm just doing it for volume. I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna leave a little in the front. I'm gonna back up a little bit and just press that down for a few seconds. You can see how it just gives a bump. If you want a little more, you can do a second row. Just gives some texture under there so it doesn't lay quite so flat. Tease that out and be back a couple of decades. And then with a little texture spray. If you really want some grit there, spray it with a texture spray and back comb it a bit. And then your heat is gonna set that in. I don't want the deep wave in this. So I'm gonna leave it out and smooth. And just smooth it. Just back comb that top a little bit and smooth it over. That's one way you can get lift and volume underneath on those under layers, as you can see, versus the flat. You can get some lift and volume under those layers, but still keep the top smooth without having to curl your hair. Even though I don't want curl, I normally just kind of give this a little soft bend. A little bit of movement, even when I'm wearing it straight. Make sure you hydrate. We're gonna alternate a strip of deep wave and curls for a fun beachy look over here. And this one, we're gonna go all the way down for some mermaid hair. This is an air styler. I have the sound off for this video, but for the air that cools it, you want the air, high, low or off. You can do the air blowing through there to cool it as you're styling. The reasons I love using this for curls is it protects your ends. So you start up at the top and your heat is focused more on the top where you want most of it anyway. And your gentle ends, you want to protect your ends. So your ends are the last thing to go through there. Whereas standard curling iron, you start at the bottom and wind up and your ends get a lot of that heat concentration. Couple more mermaid sections around the back. You can see there's this mix of waves and curls in there. Look how much loft that gives as well. All right, this is gonna be, we're gonna finish this with curls. This one you'll see me mess with sometimes. I don't know exactly if I want it back, kind of down. Do a little bend up at the top just for some volume, and then work my way down. This front is very fine. Does not need as long, and you definitely want to make sure you already have your heat protector there. Now I am going to go through and decide what I want these ends to look like now. This one, I'm gonna add, even though this is a wave section, I'm gonna add a little bend at the bottom. Let all of this cool down before I touch it and run my fingers through it at all. We've let this cool, but before I run my fingers through it to separate this, we're gonna use oil on our hands. If I ran my fingers, I have naturally frizzy hair. If I run my fingers through this, it's gonna be a fuzzball. If I run my fingers through this without oil, it's likely going to be a fuzzball. I have two that I like. You've seen me use the e.l.f. treatment oil. I normally put this on when my hair is still damp as a treatment. But for today, we're gonna use the Verb Ghost oil. This one is made for fine to medium hair. I can use this without it weighing my hair down. Just a little bit. You just want You really just want to coat your hands and your fingers to allow you to glide through your hair without it making it a fuzz ball. Breaking that up a bit. Moving it around where you want it, and you can see you have this, this is funny right now, half a head. Half a head in one way and half the other, but you can see you have this beautiful mix of deep waves and curls. I hope that helped give you a couple more fun styling options. If you want straight hair but a nice lift at the root, you can do the deep waver underneath those just at the root area. And then for some fun textured wave and curl look, you can do the combo of the deep waver and a wand. Either a curling iron, or this is a air styler, which you can use as a straightener and a curler. I'll put everything I used in the comments. Have a great day.